Our DNA seems to have been manipulated in the past by beings that passed themselves off as gods. In Sumer, the alien race of gods were known as the Anunnaki. In Greece, the Anecdota. In the Celtic lore, the Tufara di Dana. In the Semitic scriptures, the Torah, the Talmud, the Old Testament, and other apocryphal texts like the Book of Enoch, they are called the Nephilim, the sons of God, or the Watchers. These Anunnaki are said to occupy another planet in our solar system, known to scientists searching for it as Planet X. This planet is called Nibiru by the ancient Sumerians, and is said to have a long elliptical orbit of 3,600 years. They created mankind as a slave race to work on their farms and in their gold mines, among other things. The Sumerian legends are clear. Man was made to bear the yoke of the gods. Man was separate from the gods, like a domestic animal, and there was a great cultural taboo amongst the gods against sharing any of their sacred information with humanity, even things such as writing and mathematics. These gods ruled directly over Egypt and Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley, and their rule was recorded in the histories of all three civilizations. At some point, it is told, some of the gods broke rank. This is again recorded in just about every culture on earth that has written or oral history of legends. Some of the gods, finding human females most appealing, intermarried with them, breaking of course a major taboo within their own culture, and creating a race of human-god hybrids. However, these actions, the interbreeding and sharing of secrets with humans, incurred the wrath of the Most High God, and a number of other gods who were disgusted by this interbreeding. This sparked the massive devastating battle of the gods that has come down to us in legends, both the war in heaven and the deluge. Interestingly, this flood is mentioned in the legends of almost every ancient culture on earth. According to Stitchin, while the Anunnaki production of gold was increased by mining in South Africa, so was the physical effort to extract it. After continuous day and night gold mining, the South African Anunnaki mine workers revolted. The mutiny was resolved through the intercession of the brother-sister gods of the Anunnaki, Enki and Ninhursag, by genetically engineering an ape woman to create an replacement labourer. After considerable trial and error, according to the Sumerian story, a suitable worker was developed. Capable of gene manipulation technology, the Anunnaki implanted the ape woman's egg into a surrogate Anunnaki maiden. This early hybrid could not sexually reproduce, but at a later time some of the hybrids, referred to as blackheads in the Sumerian tablets, were moved from Africa to a place the Sumerians called Eden in Mesopotamia, and further engineered to be able to sexually reproduce. It is noted in the Bible that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, all of which they choose. The debate has been raging about the Anunnaki, not whether they exist, nor whether they have been to Earth, as the evidence of them being here is overwhelming. That non-acceptance of the Anunnaki presence on Earth is only for those in denial of the truth. The debate is whether they are still here today. For years, much of the focus on investigating the Anunnaki has fallen upon the writings of Zecharia Sitchin, who has presented many theories, but also some hard facts. Are the Anunnaki still on Earth? The Anunnaki have forced humans to build huge structures such as the pyramids in Egypt and the Americas. Huge statues like those found in the Pacific Islands, huge runways and identification monuments for crafts visible to observers from the air. Many of these items have been designed by advanced cultures. The Anunnaki control religion and education and make certain that true knowledge is very difficult to acquire. They use propaganda and disinformation to confuse, program and control the people they enslave. It is important that misinformation and disinformation are mixed with enough truth to fool people, otherwise they would be useless tools. Religious inquisitions show that how thoroughly ignorance was once imposed upon the people. Today such inquisitions are accomplished more subtly by skeptics and disinformation agents who use tools like scorn or ridicule. Those who dare to go against the system are persecuted. Many have said that the human condition is explained away by human greed. Adam Smith and Anunnaki even dare to say, in The Wealth of Nations, that everyone's greed leads to everyone's good. This is one of the many lies that the Anunnaki spread, and it is the foundation of what we call capitalism today. However, the human condition is not caused by human greed, it is caused by Anunnaki enslavement agenda. The Anunnaki have elevated the value of gold and silver. They use these and other precious metals to manipulate prices of goods, appeal to people's vanity, and often use them as basis of the money system. Many believe that gold and silver are the only true money today. In times of struggle, people tend to invest in gold and silver. However, the Anunnaki invented money to help them enslave the people. Gold and silver are used by the Anunnaki to make their contrived money system appear to have some foundations. The Anunnaki have developed tax systems which keep the rich and poor blatantly separated and segregated. The rich feel superior to the poor and the poor feel inferior to the rich. Hence there is a crevice which divides the upper and lower classes. The Anunnaki do not want any real middle class. They want the poor to be poorer and the rich to be richer. One of the ways this is being accomplished is via the tax system in the capitalist countries. However, class separation is also being done in socialist and communist countries. The social economic classes are clearly divided in all Anunnaki-influenced cultures. Under the current situation, the poor are literally put into a poor box that they cannot get out of, short of winning the lottery, inheriting something or acquiring money or fortune via some other means. Often those other means are very shadowy. Slavery is the mainstream of the Anunnaki. It can be seen throughout history. Today, slavery still exists and it is flourishing in many countries in the Western and Eastern world. This can be seen in child labour situations, forced labour, and especially in the sex industry, most especially in third world countries. The most vulnerable to exploitation are women and children of the poorer classes. This is the Anunnaki exploitive trait. The Anunnaki run a war economy, and real peace is never considered by them. Before the Industrial Revolution, technological advances were literally at a standstill for untold centuries. This allowed them to better enslave and control the people. The Anunnaki needed the advanced technology to finalise their plans and totally enslave the inhabitants on Earth, with the NWO under a single power with a single police force. The Anunnaki can come in any type of body or gender for purposes of effecting the New World Order. They can be of any nationality, race, creed, career or religion. Reading Stitching's material, he has painted these evil aliens as palatable as possible by presenting the story that they are trying to save their own planet, and leaves the readers to believe that after this is accomplished they would leave without a trace, so to speak. But the Anunnaki came here to conquer and enslave, not for any worthy purpose whatsoever, nor will they leave voluntarily. For whatever reason, Sitchin's treatment of the Anunnaki comes across as propaganda. Sitchin is an Anunnaki apologist, it seems. His writings come across as protecting the Anunnaki history.